Welcome to a great scene here. Excitement and energy flowing in the stadium as we get ready for this week's Game of the Week. We can only hope that it matches the hype. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams. 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the UAB Blazers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. Bringing it out. It's low. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over.
We'll take over.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Harris.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion sets up a second down play. Keeping it on the ground here. Brought down at the 33, but good enough to move the sticks.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught quickly. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
He hands it off from the gun. They keep the drive going. It's a first down at the 46.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
We'll look to throw it here on second down. Makes the catch. It's Harris. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're 3rd down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, UAB.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Pulls it in. It's Harris. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
And now the handoff. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Takes the toss, heads to his right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed and ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
On third down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Zimmerman. Tackle made at the 26. Good enough for a first down. The Blazers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll try the right here. They make the stop, but not before a solid game that time.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Hand off inside, looking for the touchdown. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Good job by the offensive line. You get some positive yards, but not quite into the end zone. Now we're going to have a third and goal.
They come up 2 yards from the goal line. Can they punch it in here on third down? On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
It's now 4th and goal. That's the end of the first quarter. With the game scoreless.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He is not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line. What a play.
No gain on the play.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They'll run it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Backed up with the 1, he's going to throw it. And it's intercepted. An immediate pick 6. Wow, a shocking play. Touchdown, Blazers. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return.
What a job by this defense applying the pressure. They knew that they had these guys pinned up close to their own goal line. They got pressure. This quarterback, I think he panicked. He gets rid of the ball. What an easy touchdown for the defense.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. They stop him at the 22, but that's important breathing room on this drive.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years, Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
Receivers are bunched together. Looks right for a quick completion. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. An important third down attempt for this offense. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looks left and finds his target there. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart with the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Now here comes the bunch formation. The shotgun handoff here. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. Keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Movement at the second level of defense now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he'll lost it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Here comes the UAB offense back out there. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Finding some room at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. No pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
And then first down, right back to the running game. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. And the Blazers come to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. And it's a bunch formation. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. He fires it, and is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris is just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Looking for the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. Big gain, moves the ball into enemy territory. They'll spot it down here to 31.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. He's moving out of the pocket. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. He's got it for a big gain. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now.
I mean, how about this offense and this execution? That's 3 plays, 3 completions in the blink of an eye, and now it's first and goal.
And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Caught near the goal line. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Now the offense will go for a 2-point conversion. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Trying to extend the play. And he's caught it. They convert the 2-point try and take an 8-7 lead now. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fielded in the end zone. It's low. Powering through the defender. And he's brought down to the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
An inside give now from the shotgun. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Blazers will kick this away to start the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. And looking to throw now on first down. Trying to get the throw off. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Second down, we're going to throw it. It's a short completion to the tight end. And he's tackled after the catch.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. The QB throws his third pick of the day. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Chris, how about the big 300-pound defensive lineman getting his paw on that football and bringing it in for an interception?
UAB offense is back out on the field now. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Second down.
Getting set. Here's second down. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
On third down, it's a handoff.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So no field goal try here. Coach keeps the offense on the field to go for it on fourth down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, UAB. That puts him on top in the